Hello, I welcome you all to this lesson. This question is falling under quadratic functions. So if you look at these two graphs, the first one here is where you are told to find a curve for this graph. So you find the equation for this curve, and this other one, we find the coordinates. So these are two important questions that don't miss in your exams. It is either you find the equation like this or you find a question like this. So even as we are talking about this, make sure you understand clearly, you get the concept. So here I'm teaching you how to find the equation of this curve. So how can you find the equation of this curve? The first thing that you need to do, you need to write this. Y is equal to x plus a, you do this, x plus b. This is what you need to do. So this is the first thing that you need to do. And then you get the points where this curve is cutting the x-axis. So it is cutting the x-axis at x is equal to -2, and where x is equal to 3. This is where it's cutting the curve, the x-axis. So it is cutting the x-axis at -2. It is also cutting the x-axis at 3. So what you need to do is that you say y is equal to x. Now writing these points in here, something is going to change. This one, which is a positive, which is a negative, it becomes a positive. So positive 2, you do this. Then this one, which is a positive, it becomes a negative 3, like this. Have you seen? So this is what you need to do. Hope you've seen the logic here. So what I've done is that this one, which is a negative, becomes a positive. This one, which is a positive, when putting it there, it becomes a negative. It's more like signs are going to change. So after you do this, then you multiply, where you say y is equal to x times x, that is x squared, x times -3, that is -3x, 2 times x, that is plus 2x, 2 times -3, that is -6. Then therefore you've got a graph which is y is equal to what? Here, what is -3 plus 2? That is -1. So it's just -x. So it's x squared minus x minus 6. So this is the what? This is our equation for that graph. Hope you've seen how I've answered this, and these are procedures that you need to do. Make sure you understand this part very well, you understand clearly. This is what you need to do. These are things that you need to know. So this is what you need to do. So the moment you want to find the equation of the curve, when you want to find the equation of the curve, the first thing you need to do, you get the points where the curve given is cutting the x-axis. So it was cutting the x-axis at x is equal to -2 and x is equal to 3. You write something like this, and when writing the points where it is cutting the x-axis, you interchange. If it was a negative, it becomes a positive. If it was a positive, it becomes a negative. After you do this, then you just expand. I believe you know how to expand. So this is what we do each time we want to expand. So we now move to this other question. This is the equation for that graph. You can write it there. So it is y is equal to x squared minus x minus 6. As simple as that. So we've identified the graph for that one. So now we move to this question. What are we told in this other question? In this other question, we are told to find the coordinates. So maybe if I was to write the question, you are told to find the coordinates of what? A and B. How can you find the coordinates of A and B? For you to find the coordinates of A and B, if you can see properly, these points are along the x-axis. So you know that in the x-axis, the value of y is 0. So where there is y, you put 0. So you're going to have x squared plus 3x plus 2, which is equal to what? Equal to 0. It's more like you already have points for A. X you don't know, but definitely Y you know that it is 0. And B, you already have the points. You know that X there you don't know, but Y is what? 0. You already have these points. So just a matter of finding the value of X and the value of X. So how do you find that? You solve this. And what's the easiest method to solve this? You use factorization method, where you find the product. How do you find the product? You say this times that, A times C. You know that A there is 1. What is our B? Our B is 3. What is our C? Our C is 2. So how do you find the product? You multiply A times C. 1 times 2, that is a 2. How do you get the sum? The sum is just a B. What is our B? Our B is 3. What are the factors? The factors. What are the factors? The factors are the two numbers that you can multiply to get a 2. And if you add them, you get a 3. So just 1 and 2. If you multiply 1 times 2, you get 2. If you add 1 plus 2, you get 3. So after you do this, if the coefficient is 1 there, have you seen the coefficient there is what? Is 1. You just go direct, where you say x plus 1 there. Then you say x plus what? Plus 2, which is equal to 0. This is what you need to do. If the coefficient is what? Is 1 there. So just get x, then you put this now. X plus this, x plus that. If they were negatives, x minus 1, you just follow the sign which is here. So it's not really that you need to put a plus here. No. So this is what you need to do. This is what you need to get and understand. Then you solve this. This is x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So when you solve this one, x, when 1 goes there, it becomes negative 1. So x is equal to negative 1. X is equal to negative 2. So if you ask yourself, where can be negative 1? Where can be negative 2? Definitely you know that negative 2 should be there. Negative 1 should be there. Have you seen? So that negative 1, negative 2, just like that. Negative 3 somewhere there. Negative 4, you are just going like that. So it means at A, we've got what? Negative 2. So negative 2, 0. At B, what do we have? Negative 1, 0. These are the coordinates. This is how you need to find the coordinates. Hope this video will help you understand this and be able to answer exam questions. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.